Our mics are hot. Yeah, we're good.
Every time they get some black guys.
Hey, these mics are hot.
Shit.
Hey, man, I'm just here to help out and try to get y'all on the internet,
Not hot
man.
as in they stolen.
Hey, fellas, thanks for coming.
To the Morning Wood at fucking 9 p.m.
Why can't you say it right, Jerrell? I've told you 17 times it's the Morning Woods with an S.
Oh.
It's plural. It's the Woods. Because that's my last name.
Like backwoods?
Yeah, I'm literally trying to pull this. Put the camera on them for a second, Justin, so I can pull this background up here.
We got a temp engineer.
Real quick.
From the temp agency.
Oh, that's
pretty
it
easy.
right there.
That's the one.
John.
Oh man, there we go.
Theme music.
Oh my God.
Is there theme music? No, we don't have any theme music yet. But if you guys want to send in theme music, send it to the morningwoodspodcast@gmail.com. What I do want to say is
the Morning Woods with Johnny Woods.
Yes, we're gonna use this for promo,
you can't
Ray.
take this nigga nowhere. That should be just a part of it.
Look.
Just him going like that.
Joe Rogan got taken off for saying that.
Oh my
say
God!
that.
Did you come to cancel me
Don't
tonight,
say
Ray?
That. We trying to give Johnny a theme song, man.
Yeah, we just need a theme
I was
song.
about to freestyle for him, but
Let's get it, dude. This is Hot 109.99.
you know, a little something. I got a little something off the top that I could share with y'all.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Yeah. It's Johnny motherfucking Woods coming to your local neighborhood. He's bringing all the goods.
Why are you 18 rapping like that?
Like I'm a
Why
part
are
of
you
the
18 rapping like
I
that?
used to rap like that when I was like 28, right?
Like 1982. Like you weren't even born for that time.
nigga Curtis Blow is my favorite. Curtis.
Rapping
Hey,
like
he is like a DMX nut for sure.
Tony
In
the Tiger
1990s, his dad was listening to Rough Riders, and he was
oh god.
rough.
Y'all not gonna be able to get one word in with this guy here.
Why not?
I'm glad you came, Ray. Don't listen to him.
I'm
Look.
glad I came too, cause I was supposed to come to the last one, but
Oh yeah, we
I
got
was
canceled.
canceled.
You didn't get canceled.
You got Joe Rogan canceled.
and nobody gave me a rescheduled date, so I just showed up with Chipmunk here, and here I am.
Man, he
Oh
already
man,
started.
I'm sorry, Ray. I should have got you. I should have gave you a call, man. That's
We look like the black version of Shrek and Donkey.
Yo, Jerrell. I do want to see you remake that horse video though, where the chick's jerking the horse off. You know what I'm talking
It
about?
looks like Shrek and Donkey
Who
were
wants
real
waffles?
people.
Shrek and Donkey were real people. Bro.
That's the
fucking
meaning.
hilarious.
Do you think if Shrek turned into a person in real life, it would be a black guy though for sure?
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's fucked up.
It would. Man.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
He'd be like, he was Irish.
He
That
was-
was the whole thing. He was what black Irish do you know?
Shaquille O'Neal.
What? Yeah, you almost have. I was about to Google it.
Yo,
I don't know.
Shaquille O'Neal is Shaq. O'Neal is an Irish name.
And then I'd be Shrek and yeah.
And then I grabbed the donkey.
Then I grabbed
I
Donkey.
dunked it.
Take Donkey and I run around with Donkey. You know.
Hey, real quick
that's
before
what I
we
do.
get into anything, I would like to introduce Mr. Raymond Jackson, man.
Can you put that up a little bit?
Can
We talking to
Ha-
it? There you go.
can I pull it up?
Yes,
pull
there
it
it
up right
goes
here.
for the listeners.
I would like to introduce Mr. Raymond Jackson, the Dayton legend.
Hit the button.
Dayton,
Hit
the
the-
button.
Hit the fake applause button.
Yeah. Local Dayton legend.
Yeah.
Just he's very famous from Salem to West Dirt. That's where it stops. But he's incredible in those areas alone.
He destroys in his territories.
I'm
He
famous.
destroys.
I'm Southwest Ohio famous.
Yes.
They know me.
They know him.
Yeah.
He's great.
Something's going to give. I'm going to need to get kicked off of a plane or something.
For it to pop viral.
I'm going to go viral one
Because
day.
he's done everything else.
Yeah.
You know he got HBO credit. You ever tell
You
me
was on
that?
HBO, Ray? You did a comedy special? Or you was on it was a show?
I opened up for Dave
You opened up for Dave Chappelle.
on the Block Party tour.
Yeah. Back when he did in 2005, the Dave Chappelle Black Party.
So you were in the Block Party movie?
I was on the HBO part. I don't know if I was in the if I was in the movie. I never saw
That was the thing that
Gotcha.
was on HBO, man. You
Well,
was
that
on
was
it,
me.
man. Yeah, you was on it. His
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
His voice. So when he murdered for like 15 minutes, they cut all that off.
And left his voice.
Welcome.
That's a credit, my dude.
They couldn't have me murdering and then be like, yeah,
All right, now
Dave
Dave.
Chappelle. Like,
Now welcome.
Give him his $50 and get his.
I know you stunting 50 for the Nutter Center.
Yeah, I only made 50.
That holds how many people?
Hey, look, this is Dayton, Ohio.
What?
We know how promoters treat us here, dude.
What?
I know that's
Sold
true.
out 6,000 people. They gave me $50.
They hit you with that. It's exposure.
They gave me $50 and was
Yep,
like,
and we do it. We do it. A lot of us.
Erykah Badu's number over there. That's what.
Yeah, they say, well, see if you can work on
See if
those
you can get
digits.
her.
At least you get. If you're hanging out with Dave, you know you're gonna be hanging out with some other big time celebrities for sure.
Well, how do you feel about
you get
that?
to
Should
slip in.
comics start unionizing or something? Like, should we start having some standards?
Standard.
Yeah,
Damn
standards.
a union. Just quit accepting $20.
Yeah, dude. I drive the way
I
gas
do it for
prices are
20.
right now. I'm having to cancel shit if it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of been on that.
I can't, dude. Like, I can't. There's no way. You know, as much as I want to get on stage, I mean, right? It's like I don't want to not do it, and I also don't want to go to the same local mics all the time and try to do shows in front of these people.
The price of comedy hasn't changed in probably 30 years. Like,
Yeah.
It's probably went a little down.
The same.
Yeah, the cost of living's went way up.
Yeah, the same price for MCing, featuring. Hell, it's been the same stuff if you're at the low level. You don't even get to negotiate.
Well, for most people don't know.
You're just a whore.
Should we discuss it,
either you gonna
or
get
should we not
$20
say?
Or do you want this 20 or not?
Yeah, for
That's
a
how they
hosting
told you
set.
at the
20, 25
You
for a
ain't
hosting
been on
set.
stage, so
Yeah.
do you want the 20 or not?
That's how they told you at
I
that
can
Nutter
find
Center.
somebody to do it for 12. So.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the problem. That's
the
the problem, though. They know they could find someone else that'll be like, all right, I'll do that.
I'll jump
for
right on it,
A
yeah.
can of Vienna sausages and a toothpick. I'll
Can I get a piece of juicy fruit and 9 jawbreakers, and I'll be there.
I do it for free.
Get an envelope full of Swedish fish.
Well, you were in rap, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it wasn't like that in rap at all.
No, it
'Cause
was
in rap,
way-
you're about your money.
It was way worse, actually. So, yeah, dude, I was a rapper for years. I'll tell you this. I was to a point to where I would make like between $500, maybe $1,000 on a show, like a local show. But that was only because I was selling merch and I'm selling CDs and I'm, you know what I mean, getting the door deal or whatever. And I'm the one that has to book the other acts, and also then you had to pay the DJ and everybody else. So by the time you fucking paid out, you maybe get $500 out of the $1,000 that you spent to fucking do the show in the first place. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it wasn't
be a rapper.
It wasn't very profitable for me. I mean, I did.
it's better than what's out.
You lose out a lot though, even in this, man. Like I'm driving fucking 3-4 hours away to do shit for free just to showcase in front of a club owner or a manager or whoever. You know what I mean? Like we all do it, dude. Like I think if you put yourself out there enough though, and you're good, it will work out. It will happen. You know?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Well,
It's never too late.
COVID shut everything down, so that pushed it back.
Dude, I said Ray's catchphrase to me is just the term. Like no matter what you're talking about, his answer will always just be like, "Yeah, man." Shit's fucked
I
up.
love your guys' relationship.
He just goes like,
You guys remind me and my brother. Like, just like an older brother that's just like, come on, man. Come on. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is messed
be
up.
Like, what am I, your punching bag?
"Shit's fucked up." Well, I know he can kick my ass, but it's.
But he won't.
No,
But he
I
won't.
can't.
No.
I can't. Not
I remember
anymore.
when he grabbed me up outside the club. I should tell that story.
Yeah, you should.
Well,
You-
I was
Turned
get-
you
he
upside
grabbed me
down?
up outside
turned
the
you
club.
upside down.
It was in between. You know how Wiley's there'll be 2 shows. We was right after, in that little intermission period.
Yeah.
The second show happened, and we outside and we were just cracking on each other.
I just
And
wanted them to know that I still had strength.
Look, he
like,
just because he
I
thinks
just wanted
he can.
them to know.
Then I tell you can't get out nothing.
Like, if I wanted to molest you, I really
All
could.
right,
Like,
dog. What the?
I could control you if I
You've
wanted.
met my parents.
I know that's the only thing that saves you
Yeah.
sometimes.
He's been grooming you for years.
You been grouped. You used to be a teacher. and you're speaking. What is all right? Story.
The teachers. Have you seen the teachers today?
Jesus.
I'm a good person. Like
no,
there are teachers in prison.
You harmed me over words.
Yeah,
these were words.
I did not.
We are comics. We're supposed to be in the battle of wit.
You guys obviously have come around since then, right?
I merely turned you upside down.
I still hold a grudge.
Yeah, you can't let it go. He wanted to tell everybody. He was like, on the record.
Yeah, on the record.
On the record, you dummy upside down and took my notebook.
All it was is just simple cracking. I don't even remember all what I was saying, but I think I said something about
remember the
you living in Centerville,
jacket
right?
on that we just
he got on me on that.
We baptized.
But see, I just
some little
that jacket was amazing.
Jedi Knight
jacket
that he got
amazing.
from the Goodwill or something.
That jacket was a jean.
It was
True Religion. First off, True Religion.
We didn't give a damn.
He doesn't even know what that is. He doesn't. You're an atheist to fashion.
You can even put that.
You're an atheist to fashion. You don't believe in fashion.
You know what I mean?
It's
when
like
came
we
up
took
to me that
turns
night
talking about
that I
jacket.
hosted,
He's agnostic. He's like not sure if it exists or not.
It was 1 against 7. It was me
Exactly.
against 7. I was 20
We
against all
baptized
these.
you that
but
night.
see, I'm a warrior. It's like 300.
You
I
hung
went
in
for
there.
it.
You just
tried to
kicked
dig
him in the
down.
chest.
It started just getting like I was running out of
It
stuff.
was
So
like
I was like, Ray, where was your dad growing up? It just started being just
It
evil.
was like a comedy
shit,
cipher of just roasting Jerrell. Like today we're going to roast the new guy. It's his day.
I wasn't new though. They just were hating.
You were still
He was
new.
like, I've been around for a while.
At that time, I was around for a good amount. I was more established, and I thought the jacket would have got a lot more respect. Aaron Phillips let me buy it and everything. He was like, all right,
It looked good. It looked good.
I'm not gonna lie.
I sold that jacket.
You do make some very bold fashion choices. You
Bruh,
do.
last time I was here, what was it? The black and yellow.
There was 2
split
colors.
jacket?
Yes.
You know what I mean? People, they was like, man, you killing it. You kill because I'm different, man. I'm different. I go against the grain.
Don't wear that jacket again.
I can wear whatever I like.
You can. But
I can
don't
wear
that jacket.
First
again.
off, nigga, you're
He's
wearing
coaching
an
you
all
right now.
black Adidas fit with a goddamn black Israelite cap. On.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, with nigga, I need a lint
I'm
roll for the
old.
cap.
Did you eat bacon today?
You eat? Take it off if you ate bacon. No, Ray will never take his hat off on camera.
No, I won't. Not today.
It's bad. It's bad.
I think the key with that, dude, you got to start early with the balding. You got to get it early. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I think we need to borrow some hairs from your
catching up to me.
engineer's beard and just put it on Ray's hairline.
Right, keep
Yeah, I
talking.
know.
Keep talking.
He said, it's not gonna go away. It's not.
Okay.
It's not. All right.
It was just a
This is so got off course. He probably has so many different things he wanted to talk.
Literally nothing.
He
No.
said literally.
He doesn't have a notebook. He ain't thought about nothing.
This is freestyle, dude. We're just having
He
fun.
hit a bowl before we went on.
Hey, Ray.
He's like, my PO watches
No,
this.
my PO watches this. Ray, will you get a little closer to the mic? I can't hear you sometimes. There you go.
Okay.
Talk to us.
This is
Talk.
Ray, tell me some more about you, like early in your career. I know you opened for Chappelle.
You'll get very vague
Open
answers.
for Chappelle, Steve Harvey. I think my first famous person was some more. I did Jokers, and I was doing pretty good out there. I had what they call in comedy. I had heat.
Yeah.
Years ago, and then I didn't even know like people like back in the day, like there was like people would just find your number from other people. Like you'd be like, huh, who is this?
There's no phone book or anything. They were just trying to build comics, basically.
Yeah, you would like. She just like the lady at Jokers found me, like literally, like sorted me out and put me on. Did pretty good and shit. And then I just ended up started doing like theater shows for a minute. I was opened up for D.L. Hughley and who else did I do early on? Cat Williams opened up for George Clinton in Parliament. That was wild.
Yeah, you were at that age where those guys were like still touring and stuff,
Yeah.
like when earlier in their careers too. Yeah.
The wildest one I think I did was I did a swingers club once.
Really?
That was.
I have two actually.
No,
How'd you like it?
I thought it was really weird, dude.
It was.
They was all naked.
Yeah, man.
You can't
Whoever
even talk
said
about
that-
them being naked.
I did.
Whoever
That was my
said that
opening
thing,
joke.
imagine people without their clothes on. That's a lie.
I literally said that to them. That was the first thing I said. I was like, right now, I'm imagining all you guys naked, and that's how I opened the room, and they were naked, so it was fucking really
I
awkward.
was just like, Whoa.
It's never the people you want to see naked, too.
Oh no, no one.
It's
no
always
one.
the people.
Yeah, it's always the people who are very like closed off, like from everybody
It's
else that want to be
that
free
look like
alone.
Nah,
People that look like Ray. It's a lot of older people.
It was a different scene, man. It was like I was like, what the fuck is this?
It's like rich older dudes, basically, that are like, hey, like you bring your young hot girlfriend in. They're like, yo, if you bring your Corvette over, like I'll let you drive my like 20-year-old classic BMW. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll let you take her for a spin.
That sounds like a fun time.
Does that make sense?
It sounds like a fun time. I see your mug handle's missing. I kind of noticed.
That's right.
That as I was talking to you. You were trying to hide it, but it's exposed now. But I was gonna say,
that's right.
One thing you should ask.
Break the fourth wall, why don't you? Just kick it down.
One thing you should ask, because we talk about this with each other all the time, how comedy is just changed in like the level of entry now. Like, cause in his day, he said it'd be like maybe 7 people allowed on like some of the local mics.
Mm-hmm.
And now in bigger cities, you're having like 35 people or 40 people. And sometimes it sounds like, man, that kind of, if you survive that means you're good because you've really pushed through those terrible mics. But he calls that shit socialism comedy.
That's this
where they let everybody do it
because everybody's getting the turn.
Yeah, this stuff sucks, man.
There's a lot of bad jokes in between the good shit.
Everybody gets to go up, like
everybody in the
like I'm like, what happened to just like when I came up, man, and they would do there wasn't comedy wasn't what it is now for one.
It's mainstream now.
Yeah. So there was guys.
It was an underground sport when we were younger.
Yeah, it wasn't even like underground, but only a select few were really into it. So like when there was like a bar gig, and we would go, and you would know like, okay, I'm coming up. About 2 or 3 people are coming up. They're going to have like a future headliner, and the MC was usually actually a headliner, but he ran his own show, so he could be up there forever. Some MCs would just I'm gonna work my shit too, but everybody got a shot. But like, if you didn't do your thing that night, it was like going to the end of the line on the Beast roller coaster. Like, you didn't get to come back next week. You came back next week, you was watching.
Yeah.
And when I first started,
so
at
you
Wiley's,
didn't, basically they wouldn't give you a second chance. If you weren't funny, you didn't have
you
like
get
a knack for it.
You get a second chance, but you weren't going to be the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking mics.
Yeah, there was no mics like that back then.
There's no bar shows in the middle of the week.
That's what I'm saying. The reason that mics came about is because guys couldn't get on. That's what brought about that.
That's basically the the alt scene, right? Doing shows at hookah bars and libraries and coffee shops.
Well, it was
bars.
in the bigger cities.
That happened with urban shit too. Like hood comics weren't getting any love from mainstream traditional managers, and you go like, "Fuck it, let me just rent out JoJo's chicken joint."
Yeah,
and fucking.
But you didn't have to rent it out. Shit. We used to do a show at a place called the Blue Note in West Dayton on like some Saturday nights. Like, they actually built us a stage, and this place would be packed. But the show didn't usually start till like 1 in the morning.
It's like a late thing, huh?
But it was a real show, and you had to this shit was a real show, and it would be like it was like the first time I ever really actually performed in front of a pimp. Like a real pimp walked in with his hose
with like alligator clothes on and shit.
I was like, I didn't even know Dayton really had pimps. Like,
they came to see comedy.
He was looking at me like, yeah, man, with the glasses and he pointed at me. I was like,
tell them jokes, motherfucker.
But man,
my bitches love your jokes.
Like back in the day, this is pre-social media and all that. It's probably like 05 or 06, like right before maybe the beginning of MySpace. That's how I'm old school. So guys, I don't even really remember how we even got the gigs, like how we found stuff out. It was like the beginning of the internet. And then kind of like when social media hit, it just started changing a little bit. And now that you got like just the TikToks and Instagrams. It's just like everybody's a freaking comedian now.
Yeah.
Like you could get on your phone now, and you could go on social media, and it's gonna be like just random regular people with memes and jokes about gas prices now.
Yep.
You know, when we started, everybody was like, I gotta get some jokes about the gas. Gotta get some jokes about the gas. Now everybody's trying to do it. So to me, it's like more people, but it's diluted the art, though.
It
man.
does, yeah. You got to get real personal with your shit now.
Yeah,
that's almost the only way to do it is like tell stories, either or try to make your own life and problems funny.
One-liners is harder than ever.
Yes, they are, because that's nothing but memes
it's
online.
Harder than ever to do them.
It looks just like you're stealing if you're nothing but a one-liner comic.
Gimmick with how you do it, maybe it's hard.
Yeah,
but you still got to be interesting. Even if you have a story, it's got to be an interesting story.
Yeah,
and you got to know how to make them stories appeal to the audience. Because I see some comics like, I'm doing this and that, and I'm like, that's cool, but nobody gets that shit.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out what the fuck you're talking about.
You ever slept in the bed under the moon?
we don't talk about that. Because sometimes if you do too much relatable type jokes, you run into not like you run into stuff that people probably done before. You know, so you gotta keep a balance but we'll talk about that, about balancing it. But he's like, I'd rather be on the relatable side than going up there like, hey, so like a pineapple on the fucking mountain, moon sunrise, right? Like,
I was eating pineapples.
Because he was like, you want to be outside the box? It was like, yeah, nobody's ever done that before. He's like, motherfucker, there's a reason
why.
Yeah,
nobody's ever done
there's a reason why.
That's what got you put in the back of the line.
I think we all write differently. For me, it's like, I don't know. I like to have some truth to it or something that I know behind it to help me remember it.
What that
kind
about?
of? Oh, is the battery thing up there?
Yeah, bro. I was wondering if you knew
Love
that.
battery.
All right,
it's all good. But I also like to, like you were saying, I also like that you got to keep that balance because, like, if you don't have the bits in there too, then it's not really stand up anymore, right? It does take away from the actual art form. But there's definitely like a mix of the two. That's like the new school wave that's coming out too. Is like a really good mixture of the two.
Yeah, it's starting to happen more and more. You're seeing it, but he. If you want to have fun during a show, especially an open mic, sit next to Ray during it.
Yeah, because he just complains the whole time about every comedian.
Sit next to Ray. He's like, I've been seeing this for 15 fucking years. I'm tired of seeing the same mistakes. It's not cute anymore. When it gets real bad, he'll always hit me with the, all right, drink time. He'll just walk.
You get stressed out seeing them up there and shit.
Well, it's no different than Travis telling everybody he wants to be everybody's coach. And what you didn't do it.
I saw Travis tell a dude who was doing it for 2 months to quit.
For those of you listening, Travis Charles is another comedian.
Oh, he's been on the show before. Yeah. They might know who he is.
Yeah, he's much like Ray's famous Salem West Third. Travis is famous.
From actual Salem down to West Virginia.
Yeah, I guess. That's where. There we go. I was trying to find out. Yeah, there we go. I was trying to find out.
But he'll tell everybody everything. He'd be like, Ray walks by and just be like, good set. And they'd be like, Ray, you didn't even see him. I'd be like, I make him feel good.
Yeah, he does that bullshit.
I don't like that. And you know what? I think I might have been guilty of that in the past. But it happened to me recently where I had like a bit of a stinker. And I had 3 comics come up to me. I was at an out-of-town show. I was out of town. And 3 comics came up to me and they were like, good set. And I didn't have a good set. And in my head, I was like, no, you just like me as a person, so you're being respectful, and you should have fucking just been honest and been like, I bombed. That was a stinker. Good to see you is more respectful.
I just tell it to you.
Yeah, he don't even watch. He don't say.
You got to let him know.
I remember Tony Woods was like that, too. He was like, I did 2 guest spots for him. I remember he told me, great set, right? And I was like, cool. But then when you hosted for him at Wiley's and I wasn't on, because I did the guest sets at Go Bananas. At Wiley's, I was just hanging out. He's walking to go in and close the show out. Tony Wood sees me like, hey, man, great set, man. You got a feature, man. That's great.
He thought you were there on the show.
He's like, I remember you he almost forgot the city.
He convoluted the show.
It's always something crazy, man. There's nothing better than when I'm just sitting out and people come out of the showroom and be like, hey, we enjoyed you. And I'll be like, in my head, like, I didn't even go up tonight. Who do
Yeah.
you think I am?
That happens to me too.
There was some black guy. I'm not that black guy tonight.
Like, that was Jerrell
that black
tonight.
guy.
Anytime you're in the lobby of a comedy club, some drunk person
It's either me
will
or
say
him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, good set tonight. You mean the 18-year-old, not the AARP guy, like with 30 years apart. Like,
Dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
He has umpteen pieces of hair. I have none. So,
They thought you had it tucked back in your skull cap.
Yeah, and that Israel. That black Israel.
my crown.
He's a black Israelite, dude.
This is my crown.
You have a Sphinx tattoo on your ass.
I love how
I have no tattoos.
every time Ray gets on his phone, it's like he's trying to figure out how to use it for the first
Yeah, you should Google how the fuck to use that thing, Ray. How do I use this on the podcast
He'd be
productively?
like, yeah, on the podcast.
On the
I was
podcast.
checking something.
Hey, sorry we weren't keeping you entertained enough, dude.
It's cool, man.
Jeez. Sorry,
Gotta give
Ray.
it up for the engineer too.
Yeah, give it up, man.
Give it
Dude,
up for
from
our
the
new
temp
engineer. He's back there
agency.
killing it. His fingers flipping like he's playing Pac-Man. I love it,
He
dude.
ain't getting nothing but
He's on
Love
top of
this,
it.
man.
You only
Yeah.
getting $20.
Shout out to the homie Justin.
Has he ever came out to any of the like actual like bikes? Like, at the
He went
bars?
with me to Fort Wayne to Summit City on
Ah,
Wednesday.
that's a club.
It was okay, but no, he's never been to any of the actual
yeah,
mics.
like
He's
where
pretty
it's
funny
horrible.
too, actually. He doesn't want to do stand up, but I think he's funny. He could try it out. Do the horrible shows, and then you'll hate it, and you'll never want to do it. Actually, is that what Jerrell's saying? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Most of the shows
If you
suck
wanna
dick.
keep
It's
doing
fun when
it-
you go to clubs.
If you want to keep doing it, then you're it. Like me, I love terrible shows. Sometimes.
Yeah, it really builds
Every
you.
now and then,
builds
I'm like,
character.
That's great. Let's
No,
do
it
that.
don't.
You don't
Let's
like it
do it.
anymore.
No.
Once you get so far in the business, you're like, fuck that.
I don't even.
I have
when
to
I'm-
run 20
when
minutes
if I'm
at a amusement
headlining, I
park
want to go up first.
At an
Yeah.
amusement park, yeah,
Yeah.
you
no,
and
I ran 25 at an amusement park when no one knew the show was happening. It was outside when it was 50 degrees,
what was the setting? Like, how far were the people from you?
50 feet away.
Was there a stage or was there
It
barricades?
was a huge stage meant for bands, rock bands, so everyone in the whole park could hear you. I heard Kyle Kemper's set in the parking lot as I was walking into Land of Illusion. You know how
Oh,
huge that
shit.
parking lot is? All I hear is like, yeah, my favorite food, soup. And I was like, yo, what the? I was like, oh, God. This
Is he behind this car?
and
You're
he's
where the
like, you
fuck is
see
he
his
at?
face? This is why I love it. He's like, no, don't ever. But yeah, you got it.
But you gotta go through it. The hardest thing in comedy sometimes is saying no.
Yeah, you got it.
Because you
sometimes say.
like I tell you, after a while, be like, stop being a comedy whore. Tell them no.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it.
Dude, it sucks not getting on stage because I want to flex this muscle. It's like
Yeah, but
if I don't go for a week or two, bro, I feel like shit. And then
But
it-
at what cost?
at the cost of losing the skill.
You just got to think
Losing that
about
spark.
it. You know, sometimes you do a gig because of the reps. Sometimes you're doing it because of the money. Maybe you actually really finesse this booker and they're giving you like some coin on the shit. You're
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's a networking thing, or sometimes maybe your side chick lives out there. Who fucking knows?
It's a little bit of
don't
everything,
know.
you know?
You don't
But
know.
sometimes you got to be like, you know what? I'm going back home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Sometimes, all right, I could just stay
I'm
at home
going
and
home.
write, or
I'm going
kick
to go
it,
right.
live
I'm
life,
not doing that.
get some
Yeah.
material from life. You know, live it.
Like, getting material from life
Go-
has been my
go do the
my
Lonnie
go-to
Black
lately.
show.
Oh yeah, the white. Those was jumping though, bro. Don't hate on those.
I'm not hating.
My dog,
I'm
watching-
just
My
saying.
nigga Lonnie Black watching, who was on Bout It 7, my nigga. This,
Share this.
shows were the shit.
Jarrell's gonna share
But
this on his
and I need to
Facebook.
do
But-
it again. I just be so big. Wednesdays are my busiest nights now. I'm always.
I'm
having
going to
something.
go.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
do
gonna
anything like
eventually
Wednesday,
go,
Thursday.
But like comics have to. Is this like a comedy podcast or is this?
It
just-
feels like it's an anything, but we're mainly.
Actually,
talking
this is
about
what it is, man. I at the end, I basically show you guys pictures of dead bodies, and you have to guess if they're alive or not. So it's like a little gag. This is the 24th episode.
That wasn't what I did on the first episode.
Okay, we're gonna go with comedy.
He made the.
I wish I would have had a joke.
Yeah, I could tell you were like, this riff's gonna lead to something. But,
Couldn't pull anything out of that hat.
at least you didn't
It's
do no
fine.
Planet of the Apes.
I did take an Ambien earlier, though. I might start a Twitter.
What led you into comedy, Jerrell? I mean, because you're like the new guy, and you're probably not many of your peers are going into comedy right now.
Yeah.
So you're like the minority of
Yeah, no, I'm surrounded by
Age-wise.
old fucks. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
you definitely are.
It's aging me in general. I use Facebook way too much now.
Yep.
Who, like you and Cal?
Kyle don't even use Facebook.
You go to bed early?
I go to bed early, man.
Yeah, dude. You've been hanging around 30,
The more I've been in the
40-year-olds too much.
I like before I got right into comedy, I would give a girl about like an hour on command.
Yeah,
Now,
like an hour
I'm
massage.
busting early. I'm busting all early and shit. And I got. And now I'm like, dude, I'm aging.
Yeah.
I'm aging early because I'm all around all these old dudes, but I'm mature. I'm a
Tell
lot
me
more
this:
mature
do you make your girl wear
because of it.
like a clown makeup and nose? Is that what makes you bust early? Because you know what I mean. Like you're like having sex with comedy itself.
Strike two.
Are you in
but
love with? What was my first strike?
He said, "What was the first one?" No, I'm kidding. But
Let's
no,
rewind
I was
the
actually
tape.
I would answer that question Ray, if I felt like you actually gave a fuck about.
I would send
No,
you. I'll
I
send you
do.
the link to the first one we did though, Ray.
I did explain it. There we go.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
that?
I did.
The link is in
thanks
the-
for
the link
letting
is
me
in
know
the
you didn't
description.
watch it.
No, I did not watch
You do
it.
not want- Have you ever seen any of these? He asked me what the show was. He
I've
doesn't even
seen-
know
I
what
saw-
fucking where he's at.
I saw Travis and John Moore's episode and some of that.
All the ones. All right.
That was the worst one, for being honest.
And that's
That does
why I
not
didn't watch
represent
anymore.
anything that
Yeah,
we.
you said after that.
And I was like, okay, I might as well.
You know, these aren't. This is what I think, man. Like, I'm appreciate you watching them, but I feel like they're not going to be perfect right now. I'm just going to keep shooting them out, and they get better each time. Some of them are worse, some of them are better, but like
Good
a couple of them,
production, man.
a couple of them have caught some traction, and I feel like like I'm getting better at talking to people, and also
this
like
is going to be a good
booking more people. This has definitely been fun. I'm having a good time talking to you guys.
I was gonna ask, have you been to a funeral recently at all?
No, why?
You been to a funeral?
I got weird about the
I went
funeral
to a
thing.
funeral last week. It
Yeah,
was
yeah, me too.
I went to a
was-
funeral like a month ago.
about a month ago. Yeah, because people are dying. So like, I'm like, you ever think about that? You see these numbers on the news about how many people are dying, and then you're going like, where are these fucking funerals?
Yeah.
Like where? Where are
church.
where are they at? No, like for all these numbers, I'm like, where are
You guys
shouldn't all of us be going to constant amounts of funerals?
There should be a lot more funerals. I got you.
As you get older,
That's
they
a good
do
question.
increase.
That's a good question.
They'll
You want
increase.
something weird about churches, dude, or not necessarily churches? Did you guys know that if you die from suicide, that you won't have a service? Like no one will come and bless
What,
you,
if,
like a pastor or
you're in
anything.
a Catholic church or something?
Oh, really?
Even if you're in a Catholic church, they won't do it. You have to
Yeah,
get.
no,
pretty sure
I
they have
learned
to.
that in Catholic school. They said no.
Yeah,
you killed yourself.
no one will bless you because I went to. It was my cousin. It's a really sad story, but I don't want to get into it right now. But it was just. I went, and then because of the way that he died, it was like they didn't have a service, and it just really surprised me. I was like, "This is interesting. We just get to look at his pictures or whatever. Like no one's going to speak on his behalf,
That's
but
highly
because of
awkward
the
and
way,
sad,
so
bro.
it was highly awkward. But we were talking about funerals, but
I did not know that.
I didn't either, dude.
that's
It was a very interesting thing to find out.
Well,
it was a
I
weird way to
think,
find out, but
I think Pope Francis with the Catholic Church said that like he done retconned it, saying that suicide is not like a sin anymore because it's like a mental illness or something. And I'm
so the
wondering,
Catholics have changed their
they
mind on
changed
it.
it, but I'm wondering all those people that like went to hell for suicide, like is it a pill? Do they get?
Yeah,
were
it's
they
retroactive.
Never in hell?
Yeah.
What happened?
Do they shave some of it? They give them some good time.
Yeah, good behavior.
You
What
guys
the
get
fuck
out for
happened?
you guys get
What
paroled for good behavior.
I-
You get to go back to limbo for a portion to
Okay.
ride a Greyhound back to the pearly gates.
I guess I'm never doing a Catholic
They
gate.
get gate pay from St. Peter.
I don't get into
for all
You
my
don't get into
inmates
none of
listening
that yet.
to this.
He's as quiet as possible.
I don't get it. No, man, because it's rough trying to explain, especially when you were brought up in a house based on organized religion.
What kind of religion are
Probably
you, Ray?
Baptist.
How'd you grow up? Baptist?
Yeah, but you get.
I've been baptized twice. It didn't
Yeah,
take.
but as you go through life and you get a little bit older, then you just get to the, like, you start talking to your friends and you be like, do you like really believe any of that?
Yeah, you start asking those questions.
I mean, I believe like the Bible. I believe in the words like for spiritual upliftment, but I don't believe that a guy just split the river wide open and they walked through it. And
Yeah.
no, I don't. I think they were just great stories. That
You think that those dudes were high as fuck on mushrooms? And
I
like,
don't know if they were
weed?
high on mushrooms.
Do you
Fucking
ever
DMT
see,
and shit.
I just think stories give people different feelings, and if you can, if your voice, like it's like comedy. If you're powerful enough,
You can make
you
them
can
visualize
guide
it.
people through whatever you want to guide them through on stage.
Comparing his comedy to religion.
I think that's
Not
the
my
power.
comedy.
He's saying comedy in general.
But like a preacher is no. How is a preacher any
I'll
different
agree
than
with
a
you
comedian?
on that. I will agree with you because those preachers need the fucking light.
Hey, there's some preachers that do need the light, but
need
there's
the light.
some dude that when they're up there, you're
They
like,
need the
God
light.
damn, he's hitting me hard right now.
Every now and then, you know
he's
what?
cold.
I was
This
going to
motherfucker
church
is
on
cold.
Saturday
Have
for a
preacher
while.
like you'd be like, damn, was he with me last night?
Exactly.
What were you with me? Because I did
You know they about
all
to
that
go
last
in.
night.
You know they about to go in when they wear glasses.
It's like
and they
tarot
take 'em
readers
off.
too, though. That shit is a
They
little
go
bit
in.
broad, right? And you
Yeah.
got to think about this. A lot of people in the world are facing the same kind of general topics, and if you look at it in that way, it's hard to stay in
It's
line.
like a
with it.
horoscope. Somehow it's going to fit you.
It has to. There's only so many like states of mind that we're living in. You know what I mean?
Only thing I don't believe in is fortune cookies because there's never a bad fortune. Like
Yeah, there needs to be like
you're
you got
gonna
herpes.
die in 2 weeks, or like that baby's really yours.
Yeah, they should keep it way more specific
Right.
on fortune cookie.
Yeah, fortune cookies always be like your magic numbers and you shall prosper. It'd be like, no, you're not gonna make it, but
That's what we need to do. We need to start a fortune cookie.
Unfortunate cookies.
reality
This guy.
cookies.
Dude, no, fuck.
I'm a marketing genius. All right.
I
waited all my
love
life
how
to
you
say
try
that.
to trump unfortunate cookies. With
Unfortunate
whatever that
cookies.
Bullshit. Unfortunate.
Reality.
No.
Misfortunate cookies.
Misfortune.
Misfortune cookies.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, cool. It's popping, man. It's popping. But no, Ray. It's always great being with Ray, man. People be thinking me and him don't like each other, man.
Well, I mean, he did hang you off of a balcony like Suge Knight.
Yeah, he was very upset by my word.
Ever did.
I was killing them so hard. The crowd's waiting to get in the club. They were trying to walk in. They see I'm killing. They just stopped and saw me. They like, oh my God, he's getting them. So then this is right when he just charged me. And I could have got out the way, but part of me is like, there's no way he's actually.
This isn't really
I'm like,
happening.
there's no way he's actually. I don't need to get out the. That's just going to be ridiculous. I don't need it. Then, I was like, He was just squeezing me. I was like, what are you doing? What are you. I was like, Ray, stop. He was like, He was screaming.
The girls were laughing. I'm like, he's my little brother.
Because he was like, I don't got any snaps. Let me get them laughing by just squeezing them like a fucking. I don't even know, bro. I was
That's
like, what are
funny.
you doing? What are you doing? Who's going to come back here?
Hey, it made good for the show.
He was like, give me that joke.
It would have been
like,
great.
is this for real? I'm like, yeah, it's part of the show.
We
When
do
you
this
come to
every night.
Wiley's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a show outside.
You while out for sure. Literally, they do a show outside too.
That used to be jumping. Dude.
That may
Yeah.
they probably
That
going to
was
start
fun.
happening again.
Now that it's warm.
Yeah. Back when
Yeah.
it would just straight up be on the sidewalk in front of Aaron Phillips' store, bro.
Yeah.
That made
Those
you
were
go
good
home
times,
and look
though.
at the razor blade, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That would get you tough.
Yeah,
That would
but
get you ready, man.
Yeah.
You would,
Well, I
'cause
used to- well, I
it's
used to-
literally people, at least in the parking lot, you got people sitting down, a few of them that are
Right.
committed to it.
you
The
can do bits
sidewalk,
there, but
It was literally, you got to grab people.
you got to grab people and then you got to do crowd work and street work. That's all you can
Yeah.
do. There's no way that you're going to talk about my fucking, hey, my mom's pizza.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not doing that. Then I'd be like, give me the mic. Let me do it.
Literally. Yeah,
I've been
that's
I've
what
been
he did.
trying to do more crowd work. I think it's a really powerful skill that I'm not as good at as I want to be, and I think like having your bits in your back pocket is a good thing. And Jerrell, you're good at crowd work. You're naturally good at it.
Yeah, I've been working on. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll give roses while they're here. It started a little bit off with Ray, cause one time I peeped how he was doing it. Cause I remember I used to think he was lazy, right, getting his set list together right when he came to the show. I'd be like, why the fuck? Cause this is back when I would just do it at home and rehearse it in the mirror and shit. I was like, why are you doing it right now? And I was read his set list, and then I started noticing he would kind of make his set list around how he's feeling the room is. And then I would see on his set list, you always have intro.
Yeah.
You always just had the word intro. And I was like, what the fuck is intro? Like, is that his opener?
Yeah,
What is that?
it's a joke he's
But
thinking
no,
of right
it's just,
now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
that's
what it
whatever I feel. I don't know what the intro's going to be.
And that's
Yeah.
when I peeped
So
it.
it's gonna be
And went like,
how do
oh.
I want to intro? What do I see? What do I see?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the last comic did. I don't know if he killed. I don't know if he's black. I don't know if he's white. I don't know if it's a female. So the intro may feed off of them, or I may have to see something in the crowd.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
I noticed that about you
He
doing
always
shows with
writes
you
that.
over the years.
Yeah.
You do always have a different opener every single show.
Yeah.
You do.
He does.
That is dope.
And that's how that's how I got started in dipping my toe in it, because I was like, okay, let me at least think of one thing about somebody before me.
Yeah.
Or, people maybe two before me, or I got to think of at least one. And it started out slowly like that. When he got in the game, who knows? He probably was off the rip just fucking with people. But it took like a second for me to really get into it.
But believe it or not, it was some of those like bar gigs and like just messing with the Lonnie Black rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Those rooms or how you see what comics got to understand, especially the new ones. Sometimes we call it you got to detach from the act.
Every now and then.
So especially if it's a smaller room, you detach
Uh-huh.
and you bring them in, and then you got to learn how to get your bits. The more if you can crowd work and transition or segue into your bits, it all just becomes one long conversation, and that's the illusion of conversation. Like, I'm going to guide you to whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But if it's topical enough, you're going to agree with me, or you're going to be like, hey, I kind of, if you get on stage, sometimes you'll be like, you could do like relationship bit or something, and you'll look in the crowd, and you'll see a guy and a girl look at each other like, oh, God, that's us.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
God.
us. Oh,
He's
yeah.
in our bedroom.
Yeah.
I was, oh, God.
It's almost like
Yeah.
the preacher. You're like, how
You
do they
can
know?
Bring them in, yeah.
Callback.
But
Yeah,
this
they
is the
have-
thing, though. Like, just like the preacher, it's like internally we want, like as humans, especially as the crowd, we want to be part of the show.
Yeah.
And we want to make it part of us, and then that's what makes it funny.
You
When
leave with something.
when you lead them into the story, they draw themselves in. They have no choice. You know what I mean?
Now the danger of that is the person or people in the crowd that get too going and like want to join in with me. And,
Yeah.
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 I was locked up once. God damn, man.
Yeah.
I don't need
I remember
you.
back in 1994, right? Me and my husband, we were like, oh my God, we're about to get married, right? And I'm like, I'm not ready. And my dad really hated him. And, bitch, I
Yeah.
don't need your help.
Those are actually the ones that I like, because I'm not like that dominant when it comes to like just coming up with a crowd work bit off the top of my head, or the first bit that I do. Like, I'm not that good at it because I've done it quite a few times and I've missed. So I get nervous about it. But I know you just got to keep doing it. I just got to keep doing it.
I have it in stock.
But in
Make them
stock,
believe that
I like
shit
it.
came off the top.
I like it when someone says something and then I got to start talking to them. That's the challenge
Really?
that I like.
Okay.
I like to try to shut them down or like just make fun of them in a playful way. That's my favorite thing.
I saw this motherfucker shut a chick down at a piece of fucking bar we were doing where he was headlining, and it was I know you don't even remember this. This is some drunk, like short chick. She was like 4'11" or whatever. She was super drunk. She started yelling out something at him, and for once it wasn't starting off well. With the whole intro part just wasn't working that well. I was like, okay, this is weird. But she started yelling out something like, "What are we doing, Brad?" He was like, "Huh?" Her husband's kind of trying to sit her down. He's like, no, sir. Let her speak. Let me get my Google Translate out. Everybody's like, oh, shit. And he's like, actually, man, fuck Google Translate. Somebody pull my belt back. Somebody needs to stuff something in her mouth or something. Everybody, for some reason, just lost it. And then she shut up. She just shut up the rest of the... She's like, I don't need that in my mouth. I don't need that in my life. She just sat down. And I was like, how did that work? Like, how did that work, bro?
But you always peep me out because I'm always... If you ever watch me go up, unless I'm like doing like... Especially if it's just open mic or something, I'm always giving somebody heat when I go on stage. And what I mean, like he peeped out the one time a few people got it, but I walked up there and that was that night. I was just like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing, man? Before I get started, let me turn this back to funny."
Yeah, let's
And I
turn
was
this
like,
microphone back to funny.
the guy before me died.
All of 8 people before him all died.
Yeah. That's the worst. When you know that like everybody's fucking 45. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up soon. But
right.
when you know that everybody's like like bombing consecutively, and you've been sitting there for an hour, and you're like, oh my fucking god, I really have to do this. Like I really signed up. I have to. All my friends jumped off the cliff.
You can't cross off the name. You can't be a pussy.
I literally had to go up now, and it's just gonna be the end of me. You feel like it's gonna be the end of you, and it's the longest fucking 5 minutes of your life. But when you're able to turn it around, it's pretty significant. It makes you feel good.
That's what Jerrell used to learn, because they'd be like, hey, I'm going, at the end, I used to be like, put me second. They'd be like, why? I'd be like, because I want to get my shit on, get out. Like, I'm not going to be trying to follow all that all night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say what I want to say and get the hell on out of here.
Yeah.
And go back to drinking.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with open mics. Like you said earlier, like there'll be 30 people and like 1 or 2 veteran or like decent comics throughout the entire 20 people. There might be 3 to 5 good comics, and you have to wait. And then those good comics will have to bury themselves out of a hole for their first 2 minutes and then try their new joke. And it does become a hassle. I feel what you're saying, Ray. And I think like the longer we get in the game, we can be more selective about the mics and the shows that we're willing to do. I think that's fair to say.
I mean,
you're right.
Gas is gonna be $5 a gallon, so
$5.50 or something.
Dude, my dude was in Cali. He sent a picture. It's $9. It's $9. No, $9. $9.04.
Is crazy.
This morning.
Motherfuckers who got premium are killing themselves.
I'm gonna be on a pogo stick. I'm getting a pogo stick.
Nigga, I'm riding my skateboard to my Cleveland show next week.
I put regular gas in my car anyway. Fuck
me
premium,
too,
bro.
but
I don't care.
But now it's messed up.
What type of car you got?
Listen, man, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
It's still under warranty.
But how can you? But see, here's the thing that
regular.
messes everything up, because now we got inflation, everything, and when the economy is bad, comedy still will be around, but guys can't do theaters and everything, so then it becomes a log jam, because these guys continue to work the clubs, which means nobody gets to move up because it's harder to travel, which therefore gets created mics.
Yeah.
And that's how mics came about, really, was through inflation.
I think mics, and then now, dude, doing podcasts and doing like the social media videos. That's the new wave.
Listen,
Like we have
There's a lot of inflation in that too.
There is.
But that is the new wave.
It is, dude. You got to get on there. Are you on Reels, Jerrell?
Yeah, man. I was on Reels for a second, but with TikTok at first, I was doing really well there too.
Yeah.
But I kept getting banned for stuff. Like they just kept banning me.
I got banned
for,
a couple
hate
times too. You
You
got to be careful, man.
And
Yeah. It's like that's the mainstream. That's how I look at it now, especially since I partnered with them. Like they're literally like, this is like CNN or ABC or something. Like the way that they look at it, like I got banned for a little while and they stopped giving me money because I fucking said something in a comment to somebody else that wasn't even on my page or on my video. I got into an argument, and they were like, guess what? You can't be monetized because you can't talk like this anywhere on our platform. So it's like, you really got to be careful, man, as a content creator.
Social media was the thing that get rid of those gatekeepers. Or you could be like, I'm free. No, you're not, bitch.
To a certain degree, dude, but they'll throttle you. And, I mean, it is what it is, dude. But it's like I was saying, it's a new wave. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm constantly, by talking to guys like you and other people in the business, I mean, we're all trying to figure out not just how to get better and write better. We're all trying to figure out how to prosper and become successful in this business.
And promote and everything.
That way we can keep doing comedy, but also become successful at some other juncture of the business. I think you have to have multiple sources of income for this shit to work.
Yeah, that's for sure. So salute to you, man, for even looking into all of that, man.
I think we all need to be doing it. That's why I'm telling all my friends.
I've been creating different memes too, and get niggas on the road. You can make money off of making memes for big platforms.
Yes, dude.
I've been doing that.
Yeah. Are you getting monetized on your meme page now?
Nah, it's too dirty, bro. They sound too messed up.
You should start a new one, right? And then keep promoting that one through. We'll talk after this, but I know a dude who's getting monetized off of his, and he's getting a few G's a month just from his comedy page where he's posting memes and shit.
All right, word.
Let's talk about it after.
All right.
Wow.
You know the guy. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming tonight. This will be out in like a couple weeks, a week or two, something like that. I'll send it to you guys.
We need a part 2.
We'll never see it.
Let's do it. You can come back, Ray. You
We'll
just
be
hit me
back.
up, man. If I fucking
I need my own platform.
I forgot to message you back. I'm sorry. Yeah, you come back and we're gonna get your whole story.
Okay.
We're gonna get your whole story. We're gonna talk about how they cut him out of Block Party. All right, part 2.
I was in it.
I love you, Ray. Thanks for coming, Jerrell.
You, bro.
That story.
Thank you,
was
Justin, for
hilarious.
being behind the camera tonight, buddy. All right, you want to shut it down?
It was like, yeah,
Hot
no,
mics. Hold on, we gotta stop
That wasn't bad.
That was fun, dude.
That went fast.